Yo, what up, all gamers out there? The name's Second Heat, and if you guys haven't heard, today, Infinity Ward has actually revealed their DLC Onslaught, their very first DLC for Call of Duty Ghosts. And now I have taken a couple notes on the couple key things that they mentioned for the DLC, so I'm about to lay it out with you right now. And I also recommend physically watching the video, not just listening to it, because I will be editing this and I will be editing some pictures or some snapshots that I took of the DLC trailer. So, first thing I want to mention, and this is going to be a two-part thing because I'm going to do the extinction mode in the second part. But anyways, the first thing is going to be talking about the maps. Now, the first map they mentioned was Fog, and Fog is a very creepy map. It's very gloomy. I believe it's a medium-sized map that's separated into three parts, which is a tall grassy area, what they call a cabin in the woods, and also a barn area. And they say that that's very good to go to the barn area if you have like a sniper or something, because you could look at both sides, the tall grass and the cabin area. Now, something that's very good about this, and actually with all the DLC maps, is that the field orders, um, it's different from the others. It's kind of like Strike Zone, how its field order is unique to that map. So with the field order for Fog, you guys may have heard a lot of rumors about Mike Myers, and it's not going to be a game mode, but it's actually the field order. The field order is you get to be Mike Myers. Kind of like, I guess I can compare it to the Juggernaut Maniac, the knife and only shriek. It's kind of like that. Basically what happens is when you get the field order, you turn into Mike Myers, and Mike Myers, instead of a knife, that kitchen knife thing that he has an axe. And what I found pretty interesting is that the animation they show when you kill somebody with the axe, they kind of like their body goes into like smoke and stuff. Well, not their actual body, but like it's kind of like smoke surrounding them. It just like leaves off like their spirit has like separated further from their body. I don't know. If I think I did get a snapshot of what it looks like, and it looks pretty interesting. But yeah, besides that, that's actually the notes I took from the Fog. It looks like a pretty interesting map. When I looked at some of the gameplay, it looked pretty decent. I think that's going to be a very good map for people to use thermal in, since it's one of those dark, gloomy maps. So it's going to be harder to see people because they're going to be blending in so well. So I highly recommend you guys use the thermal on that. Now, the second map that they mentioned was Bayview, and Bayview is, it kind of reminds me of a Modern Warfare 3 DLC map. I don't remember what it was since I never really bought the DLCs, but it's like that beachy area DLC from Modern Warfare 3. That's what it kind of looks like, because they say it's a boardwalk like map, and it has a couple interesting things on it. Now, the first interesting thing, and you'll be noticing it a lot because people are going to be abusing this, is their little trolley, I believe it's called, a trolley, that will go around throughout the entire map, and you can get in this thing, and they've even showed it in the trailer, that you can place your sentry gun there. So I can just imagine, like, you get a sentry gun, you go on the trolley, place your sentry gun there, get off the trolley, and while you're running around, you'll just be getting like kills and kills and kills, because this trolley is going to be moving around the entire map. So the sentry gun, it's basically you have a mobile sentry gun that you don't even have to control. So that's going to be pretty OP. That's going to be very annoying, because sentry guns alone, just standing alone, are pretty annoying. So now with this thing like moving around, that's going to be pretty scary. So yeah, that's going to be something I'm going to see a lot of people using. I'm definitely going to try that out if I ever get the chance. But the next thing I want, another interesting thing I saw, kind of reminded me of High Rise, because the way how they described it, reminded me of the map High Rise, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Basically what they said is there are two very high top areas where they're basically across the map from each other, and you could basically see each other, and they're very good sniping points. Now, the reason why this reminds me of High Rise is because, and if you guys don't know High Rise, I'm talking about Modern Warfare 2, the skyline, another fan favorite map. That's basically like two buildings, and ba- you'll understand what I'm talking about. Basically, this map was very famous for snipers because of the fact that when you spawned, well, when you started off the game, it kind of had these, like, basically when you come out the buildings, you can see the line of sight. You can see the people coming out of those buildings. So it kind of reminds me of High Rise. I think if this is going to be in a useful spot, I think this is going to be very fun for a lot of snipers to use. And the last thing I want to mention about this map was the field order for this one. The field order for this one uh, is kind of like an artillery strike, I believe, an artillery strike from the naval ships that are actually placed outside of the map. You'll basically see it when you're at the edge of the map and you look outside on the waters. You'll be seeing a lot of Navy ships, and basically when you get the field order, the Navy ships will be raining down hell with their artilleries and stuff. So basically, kind of like wow, we're so far into this game, and I still can't remember the match. But I think it's called Wartech. I don't know. It's that map basically where you have like random mortars like coming into the map, and there's like a big tank, and it has that famous like line of sight on the streets. You'll know what I'm talking about if I got the map wrong, but you'll most likely know what I'm trying to compare it to. But it kind of reminds me of that, how you'll just have like things raining down and just like exploding in different random areas. So yeah, that's Bayview. The third map what is containment. Containment. I'm trying to remember. Oh, now I remember. Containment was a kind of like large map that's divided into two separate areas, and they say like, and I even have snapshots of it, but it's basically it's divided by this, excuse me, it's divided by a riverbank with a bridge over it. So when I was watching T-Mart, he compared it to, I believe the map was called Ambush from COD 4, which is basically that. It also that oh, wow, that actually reminds me of High Rise too, where it's basically two separate areas, and you have that like the middle area is basically an open field kind of with some cover. You could kind of picture this map as it too. Basically it's two separate sides with that middle like riverbank and a bridge over it, and they say that you can go through the riverbank, and there are a whole bunch of flanking points in that, so a lot of people are going to be using that. Um, Now with the field order, it's going to be kind of like Bayview's, how they had like the mortars running in, except it looks to be a lot bigger explosion. It's a humongous radioactive mortar that's going to be raining down, and it's going to cause a huge explosion. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I hope I get that field order, because I'm pretty sure you'll get a lot of kills from that. Because by the looks of things, that's going to cause some serious damage. And I do still believe it does change like the middle of the map a little. I'm not sure, but I think it blew up the bridge. I can't fully remember, but because, you know, they didn't really show it that well. They didn't show like the aftermath that well, but I do so believe the bridge did go down, or like the middle part, it was damaged. I do so believe there was some damage after that field order. Now, the last map, and this is the one everyone, and I mean everyone, is so excited about, because this one is a remake of Scrapyard, one of Modern Warfare 2's most fan-faved maps. Scrapyard is probably it's probably my second favorite map in Modern Warfare 2. It's tied with Terminal, but jeez, I was so excited I was so pumped up when I heard that they're bringing back Scrapyard as a remake, because dude, that was like so many people's like recommended map to go to. Now, a lot of you guys should hopefully know what Scrapyard is, so I don't have to describe it too much. And they honestly didn't describe it too much either, but if you want to like quick breakdown, it's a medium small map. It's a little bit bigger than Strike Zone. It's around the size of Strike Zone, but it's kind of like a little open with little tubes. Before Scrapyard used to be Scrapyard of airplanes, so you'll have like a lot of airplane tubes that you go through. Now I don't think it's airplanes. I think it's like, no, I think it is airplanes. It's some kind of like aircraft. I think it's, yeah, I'm just going with airplanes. Basically, it's a Scrapyard remake. You know how it is. So the field order for this one reminds me of one of the Black Ops 1 maps where they had that random I can't remember Black Ops 1 because I hated the game so much, but in Black Ops 1 there's this map where they have a rocket launch, and if you're in that area you can possibly get burned when the thing launches into midair. So that's basically I was about to call it Scrapyard. What's it called again? That's sticky note. Wrong one. Ignition. That's Ignition's field order. It's basically, if you're in that area, you're gonna get burned. So excuse me. So you might want to watch out for that area. And there's actually an underground area too. I noticed it. They actually have a slight underground area. I don't think it's a big one. I think it's just like a slight, that's it. And that's actually the area where the burning thing is at. Now, before I end this video, there's another DLC thing that's pretty epic, and that's Weapn DLC. Now, the Weapn DLC is pretty unique. It's kind of like how Black Ops 2 did it, but a little more advanced. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Black Ops 2's Peacekeeper, it was a hybrid of a SMG and an assault rifle. Well, Ghost's Weapn DLC is not really a hybrid, but it's one weapon that can be changed into either an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, and that's pretty interesting. However, well, I wouldn't say however, because it's a good thing that they did this, where you can choose whether to use it as an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, but you have to do it in your creative class thing. You can't do it mid-game, that's not going to happen, because it's basically going to change the entire thing of the gun. So I didn't actually see any clips of it in assault rifle mode. They mainly focused the sniper version, so I'm not sure if when it's assault rifle, I'm not sure if it's going to be single fired or if it's going to be like fully auto. Not really sure. They didn't really give you detail on that. They really gave you detail on the sniper thing, and when it's in a sniper form, it looks so badass. And the reason why I say that is because its sights are a lot different than anything else. And the reason why I say that is because its sights are kind of like the tracker sight style. I know I got a snapshot of this, and so you'll know what I'm talking about. But something else that I found interesting when they showed it was they actually showed you quick scoping with it. Like the last clip they had, and this is where my snapshot. This is where I got my snapshot. They actually showed him quick scoping it, although it was in slow mo. So I guess they tried to like cover that up. But I found that pretty funny because before the game came out, they're like, "Oh, we made sure quick scoping wasn't in the game." You kind of showed that you could quickscope with this weapon. So for all you snipers out there, including me myself, I'm pretty happy that you can quickscope with this weapon, and it doesn't look like it's going to be too much of a challenge. I think it's going to be like the VKS style quickscoping. So yeah. Um Yeah, that's been part one of my weapon deal. I'm sorry, my arm is itching. My arm is very itchy for some reason. But that's been part one of my COD Goes Onslaught DLC review, or not review, but I don't know. Anyways, I'll most likely be putting out part two of it, and part two is gonna be of the extinction mode, because the reason why I want to separate is because extinction mode's DLC looks, oh my gosh, and I don't really play extinction mode. Like I only played it like twice with my friends. I wanted to record it, but didn't really kick in right away. So maybe one day I might actually put some gameplay up. Who knows? But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be putting up part two because dude, there are some pretty sick things in that one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, and until next time, this has been your boy Taking Heat. I'm out. Peace.